What was that about a glory hole?
Hey, Greyhawk channel, how are you guys doing? That was that salty ginger for the FBI, who is now currently chasing down an FCC warrant. But we're here on this wonderful Saturday night, as I am going to make sure that the music is down a little bit, as we are here to continue the epic saga of the Valley of Soot and Skull. We have our full cast and crew with us. And before we get started, I would like to say, everyone, if you're sitting out there and you've got nothing to put in your hands, insert joke here, you've got nothing to put into your hands, I suggest that you grab a couple of these. These are dice in pouches, not to be confused with, but they're just dice in pouches. And if you go over, to our friends over at Tabletop Loot, and you enter the coupon code Greyhawk, you can get 15% off these beautiful dice. The Dragonbone dice are my new favorites, and the Saints Relic dice are my second favorites. When I'm feeling saucy, I go Dragonbone. When I'm feeling saintly, I go Saints Relic. Also, before we continue, I would like everybody to wish our beautiful mistress of the maps, Devin Rue. I hope she's getting a little bit better. And to make her feel better, please go over and visit her website at rueinc.com. All friends of the Greyhawk channel are welcome, so please go over there. And also, specifically for our Twitch subscribers and Patreon supporters, Cantrip Candles, everybody. Cantrip Candles. They offer a fragrant discount, and tonight, your DM is going back to the library scriptorium because he wants to smell pages. He wants to smell. We've got some things that need to be solved. So it smells like a mystery. It smells like a mystery is afoot, but these smell good, unlike feet. So make sure you go over there, Patreon and Twitch subscribers, and get yourself some of these fantastic candles. They are great. They set a good mood. And they provide light if you don't have electricity. Now, beyond all of that, we would like to go around and talk to this beautiful cast and crew, and we will start with the man usually behind the mask, Pro. Pro, how are you doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing really good, yeah. Super jazzed to be playing. Just had a cappuccino, so kind of like pepped up. Yeah, I'm super glad to be out of the mask. I play Grey Fox. And I'm looking to shed myself of my demons, possibly. I don't know. Hey.
You caught me changing music. I was checking things down, but you're going to shed your demons, which is a, I guess, whatever floats your boat, man. Let's go up to the most non-lewd person I've ever played with, as we talk to Heavenly. Heavenly, how are you doing?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm just basking in the innocence that I portray, that I give off, that I live in my daily life. Never made inappropriate jokes in front of strangers. So.
Fantastic. Well, this is informative. Let's jump over to Aris. Aris, how are you doing this evening?
I am fantastic, Greg. It's been quite a fantastic day. I am playing Kaylee tonight, the blue-haired wood elf druid monk who likes her fruity moonshine and may have a thing or two to say tonight.
Ooh.
I like both of those things you just said. I wasn't a fan of the drab fantastic because I'm not sure if that was sarcastic or you're just tired. Either of which, I hope that you're neither. But I do like the fruity alcohol, and I do like her having something to say, because both of those sound intriguing.
Well, it was not a completely lackluster fantastic. It was I don't know. I guess I am quiet. I don't know why I'm like yelling. My microphone's right here. I'm sorry about that.
Nope. Maybe I was just thinking about Brew when I thought it was a lackluster fantastic. So let's go down to Brew. Brew, how are you doing this evening, buddy?
Apparently I'm lackluster, Greg. No, I'm doing fine. I played D&D for 6 hours today, and so now here I am ready to play D&D for another 2, because you can never get enough D&D, Greg.
Mm-mm.
You can't, buddy. And who are you going to be playing this evening?
Tonight I am Rexarian, the lucky to still be alive, Paladin Oath of Devotion. So we'll see if I get to smite something tonight or not.
I, for one, hope that you do. And this is just a further shout out to the benevolence of chat last week, who, during the battle with Pyrokos the First Flame, came through with countless divine favors that provided and ultimately turned the tide, saving both our druid and our paladin. Both won, who knows, we're not quite sure, but the person that dealt the final blow to Pyrokos is in fact our last to be discussed, as we jump up to none other than Lauren. Lauren, how are you doing this evening? Who are you playing? And blah, 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 blah.
Thank you, Greg. I'm doing freaking fantastic. It's a great day. I'm ready to do some shit. Hi, I'm that salty ginger. Feeling a little salty today. I'm Lauren, though. And I am playing a character. What am I doing? I'm playing Billy, the bard, the dragon slayer of the Valley of Soot and Skull. It feels good, fam. It feels good. And I'm super excited to chill out for a bit, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So, yay! That's me.
Awesome. Well, we've got it all, everybody. We've run the gambit of lackluster to super excited, to innocent, definitely not lewd. Ready to break free of demons. It's been said. There's things that are going to be said tonight. There's fruity drinks to be had. There's cider a-flowing on the other side of the screen. So we're all going to sit back now as I take you through what happened last week. It's a short sum up, everybody, as the epic battle between Pyrokos and the Company of the Hand concluded at the beginning of the Valley of Soot and Skull. And by epic, I mean 2 of the party almost died. It was up to chat. Chat came through. They were able to beat Pyrokos the First Flame with it was an uppercut by Bigby's hand. Wasn't that the finishing blow with the fingerless gloves?
Fisted the dragon.
You fisted the dragon. Yeah. We'll go with it. Wait, I'm checking with the FC. We're going with it. They're allowing it. They're allowing the fisting of the dragon. We're going with it, everybody. Okay, so as the fingerless gloves of the Madonna's Bigby's hand fisted the dragon to death, Pyrokos the First Flame went out as it went in, and the rest of the group was there, and they were trying to figure out what to do. They noticed that a portal or some type of magical ward had broken with the death of Pyrokos. Knowing that he was presumably the first in a series of tests to get through the Valley of Soot and Skull, their journey was just starting with the destruction of this ancient red dragon. And as they were contemplating what they needed to do, many of them requiring a rest or healing or some type of respite, they were granted none as wyverns came in through the same portal in which they entered, carrying with them riders of shadow. And as those creatures landed, there was a brief skirmish as the company decided to fight, kill, hypnotize as many of them as they could to slow them down, and then they got out of there, and they went through the portal. As soon as they did, they were advanced, relatively speaking, geographically further along this desolate plain towards the opening of the Valley of Soot and Skull. After a series of tests, many from the druid, many from just anybody else that was kind of looking at the area, they came to the conclusion that this place was not made of nature. If anything, it was fabricated to look like nature, but when put under scrutiny was a very poor facsimile. And so even with the winds, as they didn't obey and there was flight that was tried, they realized that the laws of nature themselves, the law of nature itself, didn't really translate as well as it should in this place. But in the distance between this perfect V of a valley that did not wind or wend with, water as nature's path would cut, this cut a straight line of a V of this valley, and at the end, some type of structure can be seen. However, when they attempted to approach said structure, they could not advance on it. And after a series of complex tests, they were able to separate themselves and not gain or retreat the distance needed to rejoin one another. After, once again, the bard decided to dispel some magic in the area, the group was able to join back up in a cluster, and once it was dispelled, whatever illusion held sway on this specific area revealed a road sign. The road sign said, "Free yourselves." And that's where we're going to begin this episode of Valley of Soot and Skull. And it is time that I should probably say you guys haven't rested after a battle with an ancient red dragon. I know that you've done some healing. I know that you've you kind of got your breath, got your druthers about you a bit. But as far as the spellcasters and full healing is concerned, you have not had that rest. What would you all like to do?
Can I say, just as a point, I love that we fought an ancient dragon and I've taken no more for fucking damage.
Noted.
Well, it's easy to not take damage when you're, 150 feet away from the fight?
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Okay, how about we have a new rule? It's called the 120-foot rule. How about you come back here? You up there, you come back here. Everyone just...
I think we're already here.
Oh, good. Okay, well, don't move again. We've
Okay.
got like 120 feet here, and I'm cranky. I need a nap.
Okay. So,
Yes.
on that note,
Not Kaylee, what's up?
what?
It was an old joke. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So long in the past, we already forgot it.
Yeah, it was so long ago. It was like this morning.
It was a dragon ago.
Oh, not Kaylee. Right.
Yeah, it was good at the time. Maybe not now.
It
Context.
wasn't. It was.
Sorry. I go ahead and I touch a space on the ground, and I say, okay, well, as of about 30 seconds from now or less, we'll be able to move around in this area without most things being able to see us. This is where you'd want to put that tent or teepee or
Yurt.
yurt.
It's a
Nice.
yurt.
My apologies. There's lots of different domiciles, and I didn't know which one it was.
That's the one.
Well, yes, you can plant your yurt about here, and I'll go ahead and mumble a few words and do a couple things, and the area is protected. We have a 30-foot radius sphere.
Nice.
Nice. You see
Okey-dokey.
Grey Fox making his way to you. Also, I would have taken the sign out of the ground and was walking with it.
You like took the sign out of the ground?
Yeah, because it was like below. It was like just a small
Like
sign.
a
Right?
picket sign, just like a
Yeah.
stake in the ground. Cool.
Yeah. Someone's walking with it.
Sweet. Everybody, come over here. Sorry, when I'm tired, I get cranky, and when I'm hungry, and I'm both, and I'm other things too. Don't worry about it. And I.
What's up?
Cranky
Hold
is
on,
pretty
this is
much
Jerky
your
and hands it to you.
yeah.
Oh,
Crank,
what's this?
Jerky.
Oh,
Oh.
cranky is pretty much your baseline. We've noticed it's
you're welcome for killing a dragon and saving your life multiple times. I start casting the tiny hut very saltily.
I found this as well. I'm gonna plop on the ground between us.
Cast it as a ritual.
Okay,
Nice.
you take 10 minutes to cast it as a ritual.
Yeah.
Explain to us what your Billy's tiny yurt looks like as you cast it. And just so the druid knows, I don't think Billy was being mean when she said yurt. You have to sound pretentious when you say it. So that's sort of how it comes out.
It's fine.
I would never be mean to anybody. I don't know what you're
You're a nice person.
I'm a nice
He's such a nice person.
guys. Give me a break. I'm just
Everyone
in
says
general,
so.
I'm not yelling at anybody. Okay.
So yes, Billy, describe to us when you create your Billy's tiny yurt, what it looks like, how it comes into being, how people enter, so we can get an understanding of, as this is the only feature in the very desolate Valley of Soot and Skull. Tell us what we're looking at.
All right. Well, because we had kind of known before about the featureless thing, because it was the same in the other place too. I just try to. The outside looks very plain. It looks like a large rock of the same kind of slate gray that the valley is. Inside, however, it's extra AF. It's just like silks, pillows, sparkly things, knickknacks.
Okay.
And you can see out of it, which is fun. But and there's like a disco ball at the top. But you can't see that from the outside. So it's chill, don't worry about it. But yeah, inside it's what I said it was.
Yeah.
Is it
I'd like-
comfortable on top of
It's so
lavish?
comfy. Yeah, it's so comfy. It's like the comfiest place in the world.
I would like a marching order as you enter the yurt, and I would like, as each person enters the yurt, to roll a perception check.
Oh no.
Oh, what's gonna be in this yurt?
I'll go. Rex will go first.
It kind of forms around us, I believe.
Oh God.
What are you doing?
Oh,
Okay.
Rex.
What the hell?
He's so
Listen,
distracted by all the pillows.
There's incense, you
Oh.
know. It may
In
have
Rex's-
some stuff in it.
Right, in Rex's defense, he's died 4 times since the last time he slept. So it's,
He hasn't died. He's just gone unconscious a few times.
Super sleep.
he has
Yeah.
4 fractures in his skull, right? Okay.
I
So-
mean, 4 losses of consciousness is not something to worry about. It's fine. He's got a healer with him.
Okay, so as the obviously concussed knight walks inside, the paladin looks around, sees what was described, and you may take whatever spot that you would like here in Billy's tiny yurt.
Yeah, I'll just find something with a lot of cushions or a small bed and just sort of collapse back onto it. Still maybe a little steamy from earlier, not gonna lie. It's you know, I was pretty hot there for a while.
Mm.
And as the paladin peels off what is basically his shell now, as portions of his skin kind of tear off a bit as he takes off the plate mail, who's next in the yurt?
I'll go in next. You want something?
Yeah, perception check, please.
Okay, yes. 16.
It's beautiful construction. Mwah. Perfect.
Mhm.
Just up to your standards.
Great. Cool. Great.
Greyhawks will go last. So,
Oh, I was gonna say,
Of
Kaylee was
course he
gonna
will.
go last.
I was gonna say that I go last, so I'll go next. Can't all go last. We're just all standing. Would you like to go in, Kaylee?
She takes one more good look at because I was gonna, before I retired, I wanted to take one more good look around and see if there's anything else around that maybe coming in or anything like that from the skies or from the ridge line.
You can go ahead and roll a perception check on that before you go in. And I love the Billy's Beatific Yurt. That is the name of the spell, I believe. That is fantastic. Thank you, chat. Thank you, Lee. That's really good. Okay, with the 24 perception, what do your elf eyes see? They see nothing. As you look around, no spots on the horizon, no features of pursuit, no figures creeping through the dusty plains, just an endless expanse of desolate plain behind you, and the overpowering vision of the Valley of Soot and Skull before you. You are safe and secure in the fact that, at least visibly, nothing is around.
Okay, I'll go in.
You can roll perception when you walk in, sure.
No. Oh, come on.
Yeah, it's as described. There is a disco ball. It's silky. It's smooth. It's not abrasive at all, which is amazing since it came from Billy. But who's next as they come in?
I'll go next.
Okay, Giddy, as you go in, yep, you see the same thing, this beautiful little yurt. You guys are also, just as Lauren described, you can see through it once you walk in, as it is a two-way yurt. You can see out. You cannot see in from the outside, but you can see out from the inside. And as Giddy walks in, Heavenly, describe to me what's up with Giddy, because she was having a bit of a crisis at the end of last episode, having broken her vow of nonviolence by, laying the smack down on an ancient red.
Yeah,
How's she feeling now?
Punched the dragon a couple times. I'm going to head directly into a corner far away from everyone and immediately sit down and just begin to meditate. Like, I'm not going to speak to anyone. And I'm going to have my back facing everyone like the petulant child that I secretly am.
Okay. This is the time when I ask, is there a corner in the yurt? Or is this a circular yurt? Or is it ovoid? Is it...
you know what there is? Okay, you know what it is? So it's a circle, right? But there's one of those seat swings that like hangs down. It's not a
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it is. It's
No.
really-
Wait a minute.
Yep.
Describe this very well, so
Wow.
there's not a misunderstanding.
Okay.
It was out of my mouth
Choose your
before I
word.
thought. Oh, my
Phrasing.
word.
Phrasing.
Yep, it's one of those kinds of swings, but you can sit
Okay.
in it.
I sit in it.
You can kind of twirl on it. I prestidigitate it really quickly before she sits on it.
So it moves away from me, so I fall.
No, I just cleaned
No.
it, honey. No, I just cleaned it.
Oh God.
Welcome to Greyhawk After Dark, everybody. We hope you're enjoying yourselves as we cast
I love
innuendos
Billy so
aplenty.
much.
Okay.
Funny.
Okay, so yes, you're able to go over in the corner that houses the definitely pedestrian innocent swing chair
The moving bench.
and the moving bench, and you're able to cast your vision against the side of the yurt. However, as you can see through the walls, you're basically looking out onto the valley itself.
That's perfect. It's desolate.
Who's next?
Grey Fox would just kind of like take a moment, look around, and just breathe in, and he'd walk in. Do a perception check.
You betcha.
28.
28. As you walk in, Grey Fox, you think you hear something that doesn't emanate from any of your companions, none of the people that we've just mentioned, but it's gone. It's almost just you're not even sure you heard it, but it's just like a puff, just an odd sound that tickles your acute senses. None of your inherent warnings go off, though, that there's something predatory around. There was something off. As soon as you walked in, something off hit you, but you can't put a finger on it.
Where's this? I'm like, that's probably what it was. Like, wait, did I
Swing.
move?
Must be that swing.
Did I gasp? No, that's all right.
There's also just like a random pole in here too.
Because what yurt doesn't have a pole to hold
For
it up.
structural
Everybody.
integrity.
Nice.
Mhm.
After
Magical, yeah.
examining-
One of those spinning poles that gives it like the extra support, so it's like earthquake resistant.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
nice.
After examining the pole and deciding that she was not going to touch it, Kaylee.
I prestidigitate that too.
Kaylee walks over to. Sorry, Kaylee walks over to Giddy and it's the. Sorry, someone's setting off fireworks apparently.
I was wondering what that was. I heard a couple of pops.
Yeah.
It is
So
the
that's
28th of July, which we all know is
Totally
nothing important.
firework day. No, they've
Firework
been
day.
doing it like every night for the past week at about 9:30, which is great because kids in the house trying to sleep. Anyways, is the swing higher or lower?
Then what?
Like,
That's
is it like waist height or like,
What?
or like, is it lower?
It can't be too high because I had to get into
It's
it.
just high enough for Giddy to scramble into it.
Yeah, is it gnome friendly?
It's all races friendly, brew.
It's like an adjustable button.
I did that thing where you like flop onto your belly and then you like swing.
Okay, well, Kaylee puts her staff on the ground and gets on one knee. She she takes Giddy's hands, or Giddy's face in her hands, and she says, "Please, hear me out before you speak. Dear child, you have not failed in this. An oath of nonviolence is meant to protect yourself and those around you from the power you have in these small hands. However, there comes a time in life where one must make a decision. Hold on to the arbitrary promise made in naivety, or to break it for the good of all. You broke this promise to defend us, Rex and I, all of us. Without it, one or both of us would surely have died. Today, and if the prophecies everyone keeps referencing have anything to do with it, we are all vital in this mission to do something much larger than ourselves. All days must come to an end, and so must all lives. Life is precious, child, but there is a balance. We must keep this balance." She kind of shifts around to look at everyone else in the yurt. She says, "While it is good to err on the side of caution and think our way through these issues carefully, do not let this cloud your instincts or make you hesitate when it time comes to act. We have to stay mobile here. This place changes fast." Her face gets really frustrated at this point. She says, "This whole place is strange. Believe me, I've seen some strange places. It's not natural, but it's not quite an illusion either. Flying is harder here too. The wind is all wrong. Whoever made this place has no concept of what nature really acts like. They're obviously not a druid, which makes me think some sort of wizard. Obviously, that connects to what we've learned so far." And she looks back to Giddy and just takes her hands in her hands, says, "You may have to do very many things in life which you would prefer to hand to others. But no, it must be you. Take solace in the knowledge that your God knows this and has set you upon the path because they know you must walk it. And we will be right beside you every step that we can be. But keep your eyes and ears open. Learn from what you can from each of us, because you never know what kind of information will help you here." And she gives her a kiss on the forehead and then stands up again and walks over to the side, sits down, just kind of flops into a chair.
Giddy, as Kaylee walks away from you, you look up through the transparent material of the yurt and you see resting on the arch of the dome, the sparrow sits there and is looking down at you through its webbed feet, or through its little bird talons, as if it can somehow see through the exterior to you. And it sort of, and for a moment it looks like it nods, and then the sparrow jumps, dives off the side, and begins to circle around the outside of the yurt.
Okay. I begin to swing in my bench.
I make no comment.
Speaking of things we need to solve, and I throw the placard down in the hut. This was out there.
What language is it written in?
Elvish.
What languages do you all speak?
All of them.
Lots. Common, Elvish, Abyssal, Infernal, Draconic.
Each time you look at it, for those of you that speak multiple languages, every time you kind of blink, look away, look back, it is free yourselves in a different language, but one that you understand.
Sign of all languages. This is handy.
Free yourselves. Cool. Anyone have any ideas?
No.
Cool.
We can't dispel it.
Well,
We know that this place is fake, and
right.
we can't get anywhere.
teleporting didn't really work. It just separated us further.
Perhaps it is meant to taunt us. We are clearly trapped here now, and perhaps it is just a sign saying, "Hey, free yourselves."
It's like a dick sign.
Yes, more. Or I wouldn't phrase it that way, but yes,
I
that's-
would. I did.
I know.
In
Yeah,
fact.
yes. Yes.
Cool. Well, the dick sign isn't pointing any particular direction, so. I mean, I can study it, but it's obviously got just some kind of magic on it that changes its language. I don't know if we've tried thinking really hard about going to that structure, but probably not.
Well, that was... The only thing I could think of is just freeing ourselves from this situation. Or lying to us that it is a trap, rather than us speculating.
Perhaps we should free ourselves from thought, from resistance.
Just stop trying?
No. Reflect.
Mm.
Meditate. Take time to figure out what our next plan is.
Perhaps the answers will come to us in a dream. We should probably try to rest and for an extended period
You
of
can
time.
all just admit that you want a nap. Like, you can say it. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
I won't say that.
I completely want a nap. I want to sleep for
Thank you, Rex.
10
Thank
hours if we can.
Yeah.
It would be wonderful.
That would, I mean, it would be super.
I could quite use a trance, to be honest. Feeling a little snippy myself.
I pass her some champagne, because that's what I have.
Was the champagne in the yurt?
Maybe.
Do you drink the yurt? You're gonna take a swig of the yurt champagne?
I am.
Oh yeah, it's Kaylee.
Yeah. We get on. We're fine.
Shot.
Roll a
Billy.
Constitution saving throw.
What is this place?
Gregory, I swear to God. You got a
I'm
full
joking,
name
I'm
with
jo-
name.
I'm joking. You do not have to roll a Constitution saving throw for your champagne. You fail and die. No.
Oh no.
Nice.
Whatever.
Everything's like it's not. It's not.
The
flavored.
champagne's like soup now because
Yeah.
it's warm. It's not temperature controlled in the yurt.
Of course
When
it
you
is.
pop it,
It's a magical yurt. It's great.
No, there's no magic strong enough to keep your champagne the right temperature.
There isn't. Not known in science or magic, right?
That's what I'm working on. That'll be my last great novel.
Right. That's like a mystery novel. That's a good one. The Temperature of Champagne.
Yeah.
And it's just like a mystery.
Oh, yeah.
Murder mystery.
The answer is cold.
Right. Okay.
Kaylee's
So
gonna wash that down with some moonshine. It was
Yeah, it's a bit warm. I will
Yeah.
prestidigitate my champagne and make it cold.
Oh, that's good.
perfect temperature. You enjoy it.
Mm.
If you guys are, you may RP as much as you would like and talk about whatever you would like. But when you sleep, please tell me if you're setting watch or not, or.
We should probably do that.
Ross isn't gonna sleep because he's not really tired, but he is just gonna like meditate for a bit and just like lounge about.
I'll take first watch.
I was gonna say, how about Fox and I split the shifts since I only need about 4 hours.
Cool.
I can do that.
I'll look at the sign a bit before I go to sleep, but I don't really expect too much from it. But oh my goodness, thunder.
It sounds really nice.
Yeah. Hey, it's just a yet. Calm down. Yeah, I'll do detect magic on the sign, as a ritual, obviously, and just try to glean anything more I can from it. If there's nothing really to be found, I'm gonna go the hell to sleep.
Okay. Billy, after you take 10 minutes to use the ritual of detect magic, you're able to pull it up, and obviously you see your own magic of the yurt around you. But as far as the sign's concerned, it's very similar to the terrain around you. It's that unknown school of magic. Everything has like a residual glow to it. There's nothing that kind of puts a fingerprint on it, though, that allows you to glean any additional information off of this piece of the scenery. Just like the ground, just like the air, just like the sky, everything seems constructed.
Cool. Yeah, I might look at it more closely in the morning. Because I also have Identify, which I haven't used yet. Yeah, I'll try that as a ritual. Again, if it's the same thing, I'm just going to go to bed and I'll be done.
You're casting Identify on it? When it comes through, you do catch some type of residual illusory magic on it. You figure that if it was returned to the landscape, it probably would grow or be enveloped in invisibility again. And it has some type of connection that way. It seems to be a component and not something that could be like a standalone magic item or artifact. It's one of a piece.
Okay. Cool.
Without a roll too, as you guys are all kind of settling in and nesting in for the night in the beatific yurt, you guys notice that Sister Ernestine is sitting over in the corner opposite of where Giddy is, and she is, she's kind of slipping off to the side, and she finally ends up just kind of curling up on her shoulder, and her breathing is extremely ragged. But when she drifts off to sleep, it seems to ease considerably, as if the just resting and closing her eyes alleviates seemingly every symptom that she has, as she breathes easy and perhaps is given a moment of rest. But that large robe kind of drifts over her into its own kind of little yurt inside the yurt, and this little woman is inside this large robe, but you are reminded in the moments before she passes to sleep just how ill she is or appears.
What does she look like physically at this point? Is she pale? Does she have any wounds or like markings, or does she just look sick and frail with no discernible cause?
I tell you what, if you want to roll, give me I'll take a, let me see, I'm not sure if I want to do perception or give me one moment.
I think I would like to approach her and like look close up, not just like from a distance, but examine her as best I can without disturbing her.
I tell you what, I will give you broad strokes with like an investigation. I will give you specific information with a medicine.
Okay. I'll do medicine.
Okay. As you kind of, get forward, Giddy, you're used to tending to wounds and seeing, minor illnesses and things like that at the monastery. Just the simple act of training lends itself to these types of injuries. And as you are looking over Sister Ernestine as she's kind of still awake, you don't go over and wake her up, but as she's still awake and you're looking at her, you realize that even in the short time that you've known her, her eyes seem to have sunken further into her skull. The deep kind of darkness, the purplish gray under her eyes has also grown in depth. She seems to be, her skin is very dry, as if she's dehydrated to the point where it's even showing in her skin. She is not drinking any more or less than anybody else. In fact, you rarely see her eat. It's almost as if she's forcing something down to maintain strength. But she just seems like she's wasting away. You would have seen like maybe one of the monks at one time had some type of a consumption sickness that couldn't be healed by clerics, and it's something similar to that. It's
Okay.
just a wasting.
Is anyone still awake at this point?
Mhm.
Who? Who's awake? Which
I'd
one of
be
y'all is
awake.
awake?
I mean,
be awake.
yeah, whenever you started this, if I wasn't asleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit in front of, like next to, not in front of, I don't know, she's sleeping. So I'm going to kind of sit near her and just keep my hands on her and look over my shoulder and just say in a really low voice, if we don't find a way to free ourselves, Sister Ernestine may be free of her body.
Oh, like dead.
Yes, I'm dead.
That just could have many interpretations. Words are wonderful. Rexy, when you know, tried to remove whatever magic is on her, did you get any sense of what it was, or did you just immediately like, whoa, hey, demon lord guy? You're muted.
Rex, your lips are moving, but I can't understand.
I have that effect on people. Go
As,
on.
as Rex rises up from almost being asleep, he looks across at Billy and says, "When I touched her, I didn't sense anything. I was immediately in an audience with the foe that we faced, Duke Dundalot."
So you would I mean, it's probably worth saying that if I tried and identified what was happening, the same thing would happen. Well, you were actively trying to remove something.
I was trying to remove any curse that had been laid upon her. Whether or not it was actually a curse or something else, I can't be sure. But it was beyond my capability to achieve.
But would identify work on it?
It works on if you touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are affecting it.
Ooh.
Greyhawk kind of pipes up and says, "Do you really want to do that when our paladin over here, Rex, did his thing? Duke knew what was happening."
Nope, that's why I brought it up to the group and didn't just start doing it.
As I recall, I was scolded for trying to do it as well.
I think it was by me.
Yes, that would be correct.
That's why I brought it up to the group before I just did it.
I just wanted to point out that
Everyone,
when you
Sister
want to
Ernestine
do
is
it,
sleeping. Shh, shh.
when you want to do it, it's okay. But when I want to do it, you know what? I'm just going to go to bed.
You should. Why don't you go to bed and recover some of your burnt skin?
What does it
I just
feel like
close my
walking
eyes and
around
I like start
fighting?
meditating even harder. I'm just like,
You're so holy, Rex. You're so holy. Good night. Good night.
okay.
Okay, so who all is
time
asleep?
for the nap to take place.
I'm gonna go ahead and do a trance.
Okay, so we have the first watch is being taken by.
I can do
I'll
it.
take it. Okay,
You
whatever.
can go.
I'm awake. I'm thinking.
I'm awake. I'm just relaxing. I'm not actually.
I'm thinking
meditating.
with one eye open.
So I'm like awake. But I'm resting, but I'm not sleeping.
Okay, Giddy, you are not resting then? You're staying up?
No. Yeah.
Okay. Are you meditating or are you just contemplating? Are you like cannot sleep because of the events of the prior day, or is this like a focused effort to clear your mind?
It's a little bit of both. I'm definitely kind of thinking about my journey and uses very strange words to me before I left, and then everything that's happened has been such a whirlwind. But I also did offer to take the first watch, so I'm not gonna like totally zone out. I am aware that I'm watching the door. Does the yurt have a door, or is it like a?
It has a door, but only we can pass through
Right.
it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the door, but looking all around.
Okay. I want each of you that are awake right now, with Grey Fox and with Giddy, to make perception checks. And I would like Giddy to also make a wisdom saving throw. Lord.
60.
Did I? Oh, oh no.
Okay.
You said wisdom saving throw, right?
Yeah, please.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay, so two things happen here. As you're looking, Giddy's looking around, but she's actually looking inwards instead of outwards as she is contemplating the
Whoops,
actions
sorry.
of the day. And Gray Fox, as you are looking outwards, you don't see anything and your watch passes without issue. Giddy, though, as you are diving deeper into your own mind, using the practices and the teachings that were given to you at the monastery, as you kind of take a journey inside, not necessarily a vision quest, though the yurt itself kind of lends itself to such a thing. As you look around and try to find peace, you're met with this turbulence that's never existed in your mind before, and the only identifier that you can place with it is this act of violence that you had committed to. But as you think more on the event and what prompted the event and the following moments and hours and the words of Kaylee, you're able to gain a measure of relaxation that comes through. And when your watch is over, you may choose to or you may not, but your mind clears enough, calms enough, and becomes that single flame of peace that you believe that you can rest with.
Yeah, I'll rest once my watch is over.
Okay, so the next person coming up is Kaylee, correct? And she is on watch by herself.
Yeah, once again, I'm awake, but I'm gonna like mechanically. I just like lay back. I have my eyes closed, so I'm not keeping watch, but I'm not asleep. I'm just like twirling an arrow in my hand.
Cool. Then I will let you know that mechanically you're going to suffer from exhaustion when you wake up the next day.
No, I mean, I'm gonna rest because you can sleep or rest, kind of thing. It's like because I think you can sleep, or you can just choose to like not do anything and like rest.
Well, don't you have to trance it up?
Oh yeah, that's a trance. Yeah, sorry. I thought it was like part of like the trance kind of thing I was gonna do.
Okay. So yeah, you can full trance it up, or you can.
I trance, yeah, but it kind of looks like me just like doing that.
Okay. So as you trance it up here in the yurt, just it writes itself. As you guys slip off, I'd like a perception check from Kaylee as she is on watch by herself.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a natty one, everybody.
Yeah.
As you see nothing as you're sitting there, and Kaylee, Ars, what's Kaylee thinking about as she is sitting there looking at this barren landscape? What are the thoughts that are going through her head that seem to be dominating as she cannot look at the countryside, but more, much like Giddy, to the inside?
She actually she's trying to figure out what exactly is going on here with the land, what kind of a spell or what exactly has this land acting the way it is. Ever since she realized that the wind wasn't real, it's like that is her one thought. What is this place? How do I solve this puzzle? So she's basically going to just think about it over and over and over and over and over, kind of obsessing over it. So that's probably why she's not as attentive as she should be for her watch. But this is a problem and she needs to solve it.
As you are contemplating this problem, and though you kind of with your periphery and your kind of general awareness don't note the passage or the presence or the approach of anything, you feel something step upon the land that you have added under your guardianship. So it's within 30 feet of the yurt, and you feel a presence pass into this area.
I will look around to whatever area it is. Oh, I'm muted. No, you're muted. I will look around to whatever area it is and see if I can take a good look. Can I do that?
Yep. As soon as you kind of identify, and it's almost as if somebody pokes you. This is your land as much as your body is your body, so when someone steps on it or intrudes in this ground that you've kind of consecrated, it feels like a poke, and you know exactly where this presence comes from. And as you turn back in the direction that would have been your origin point for entering the Valley of Soot and Skull, at least this portion of it, you see a darkened figure that is at least 6.5, 7 feet tall, broad of shoulder, and as soon as you make eye contact, though you can distinguish no detail, you can see a hand reach forward and beckon you out.
Everyone wake up. Everyone wake up right now.
God.
No one moves.
No one moves.
Oh shit.
I will
Don't do it.
I will go around and try to physically shake them. I'm not leaving this yurt without at least trying.
Your hands pass through them when you go to touch them.
She looks at the figure and frowns. Don't like you. She will walk towards it.
No, just stay in the yurt.
Talk to him through the door.
You
Meta
psycho
pigeon.
witch.
Woo, woo. Stop, meta pigeons. Stop.
Tell her you're going to give her a spanking.
Meta sparrows, I will mute you all. Shh.
She will start to walk towards it. And she stops at the door of the yurt. She says, "What do you want?"
The
Because she's not leaving the yurt.
The presence is still the full 30 feet away, just at the border of your little consecrated land. And again, the hand raises up, beckoning
Does
you
it
out.
come through the border?
It is definitely within your boundaries, but only a step or two. It has not kind of driven deeper into your border. It's maintained the integrity. The spell is still in place. It seems to have just kind of lit on the land.
Stares at for a very long moment, just trying to decide. And she looks back at her friends all sleeping there. Tries one more time and says, "Everyone?" She'll grab a page from a notebook she keeps and writes, "Shadow figure invaded."
Your hand
You
passes
handed
through the
Ike up.
notebook when you grab it.
Ah,
Damn.
Okay. Fuck it. She's got no choice. She's going to go to whatever it is. Staff in hand. Ready for it to start attacking her.
Strangely enough, you can grab the staff when you reach down to pick it up. It seems the rest of your belongings that were not on you stay where they lay. So
Great.
you exit the yurt.
Yes.
Hey, just a tech issue, everybody. There's a button in Zoom that's called mute. It enables the rest of us to not hear that kind of crazy stuff.
Stop shaming people, Greg.
Sorry. So as you walk out, you see that
Sorry,
there
Gwen.
is As you walk out, you notice that there's that odd breeze again. The one that kind of blows from every direction at once, that doesn't disturb the ash as much as it should. The one that doesn't seem to carry the thermal weight that would allow you to fly. The one that really bugs you about this place. The one that just kind of screams artificial, fake. You know, it's like a spray tan in the mall. It doesn't look right. It's from a distance maybe, but it just doesn't hold up under scrutiny, especially under a druid's eye. And it's that irritating breeze that's kind of buffeting you from every direction, north, south, east, and west as you walk out. And are you approaching the figure?
Yeah. I don't have any choice. I mean, well, I could just stand here and look at it, but that's not going to do anything. This is a problem.
You see that the figure has turned and is now facing this overcast sky. And though it is dark outside now, indicating that there is some type of indications of passage of time here in the Valley of Soot and Skull, there is still a glow that would depict or would reference a full moon at full burn but behind the clouds, because the light that's being driven through the cloud cover is substantial in that it reveals quite a bit about the area, giving you no need to have a torch or any other type of provided light. And you can see, though the creature remains completely enveloped in shadow, you're able to note height, weight, width, the broad nature of this person. You see this person turn and face out into the plains as if awaiting your presence.
Does the person stand like anyone that I know?
Make a perception check. There's something about it that's vaguely familiar, but you can't put your finger on it.
I don't want to leave the circle. Once I leave the circle, it's gone.
You can get up, you can get next to this person without leaving your circle. This person has not left your circle.
Okay. I will walk up, still very on guard for this person to attack me. And I will say again, what do you want?
Without turning around, the voice creeps back to you. This place is odd, is it not?
It is very odd. I've seen many strange places, and this is probably the strangest.
I tend to agree.
And who may you be?
I am Duke Dunderlock.
Well, you've graced me with your presence. How may I help you today?
I was awake. You were awake. I thought perhaps we could talk.
What exactly would you like to talk about?
What is there to talk about in the Valley of Soot and Skull? The prize, Druid. The prize.
What exactly is this prize to be? Power? I already have power. You already have power. Why do you need any more?
I am not a god, nor are you. But if we clear the valley, it is said that we will be. Again, he's just staring out into the plains.
I have no want to be a god.
With this, the head turns to the side a bit, and you see a very pale cheek with a very angular bone and jaw kind of look back just as a brief bit of the light from the cloud touches it. I don't believe you.
Well, you are welcome to not believe anything you like.
Are you
Gods
deceiving
have
him,
too
or are you
much
telling?
respons-
Are you deceiving him or telling him the truth? Do you
I
truly
am telling
not
him the
wish?
truth. Gods have far too much responsibility for Kaylee.
What then will you do, Druid, if you pass through the valley and you receive the prize?
Well, I suppose it will be yet another burden I have to bear.
So you
I
will
do
take
not
the power.
wish for it. I do not wish for it. However, if it will keep it from someone who is unworthy of it, wholly unworthy of it, then so the world turns.
You
And if it will
hear
keep the world in balance, then I will accept that burden.
you hear a chuckle creep back from the man's back. You are going to decide who gets the power, who is worthy. My dear Druid, that is spoken like a true god.
I suppose so.
I believe that you and I could work together, Druid. What
To what
claim
end?
do you have to passing through this valley? You seem to be stuck.
Not entirely.
How long will the old woman hold out?
I'd rather not say.
No matter. If she dies, you will be lost here. Did Lord Homer tell you that?
Perhaps.
Roll a
I don't
deception
always
check.
pay attention.
We'll roll into. Again, the laugh creeps back. Yes, Druid, I believe you and I can work together.
I don't. We want
And what-
very different things for this world.
What do you want, Druid? Your trees and flowers? I will protect them. Pardon
As
them
long
against
as it
the-
pleases you to protect them, maybe. As long as you feel like you need to, for my sake. But how long will that be, really? And besides, not everything needs protection. Trees,
my dear.
flowers do very well on their own. It's keeping the balance between the civilized and the uncivilized that seems to be the problem areas. And I highly doubt that you would take priority on that. And I'm just done, and I'll walk away.
As you're walking away, all you hear is a chuckle on that strange wind, and the figure is gone. You wake up a moment later as you come out of some type of trance, facing back inside the yurt, facing out into the plains, and whatever constitutes a sunrise in the Valley of Soot and Skull. You see it coming, but from which direction, you know not.
man. I will continue my pondering.
The rest of you wake up, except for Rex, who is getting an extra 2.
Good. Good morning. Or
Is Sister Ernestine waking up as well?
Once you all start moving around, she starts to stir too. You can tell though that her movements are labored as soon as she, like, you see like kind of like the ruffled robe and kind of cloak that she was using as her own little tent kind of ruffle a bit as you see her wake up. And as soon as it's obvious that she has regained consciousness, you hear that labored breathing again as the waking world seems to be unkind to Sister Ernestine.
We'll actually kneel at Sister Ernestine's spot and say, Sister, do you somehow know how to get to that castle?
She looks up into your eyes. I do not know. I wish I did. But I do not know.
I had a visit last night. And she stands up, she turns to everybody else and says, Dundalock came out and said hi to me.
That guy?
Dun.
That's his new name.
Pulling
that. Cool. Could he get in the yurt?
Didn't look like it. He didn't really
Cool.
come close to it though.
Suck it.
Oh, I essentially told him to.
Oh my god.
But
That's amazing.
well, you know, he went through the whole blah blah blah. We could be gods, all that stuff. It's not worth my time. Anyways, he essentially said that if Sister Ernestine dies here, we will be completely lost. Don't fully believe him, but
Was he just like, he just showed up to taunt you? That's rude.
well, he wanted me to join him.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
What did you say? What did you say?
I told him no, of course.
Of course you did.
Hmm.
But it does concern me. He was so very easy to find us, apparently.
Well, did he cast the thing on Sister Ernie? Cause
I have a feeling he did.
She's right there.
I mean, he also inceptioned Rex.
What is? Oh. Cool. Right. Well, whatever. That's lame. Inception's lame. Let's think of a way to free ourselves. Right. Free ourselves. I mean, I'm pretty free. I feel pretty free in general. But I haven't had any bright ideas while I've slept. Has anyone else?
It's a good time for me to mention that the sign is gone.
Hey.
Did I noticed that it was gone after his visit or before his visit?
Why don't you roll a perception check to see, we'll retroactively see if you can kind of pinpoint having seen it before or after.
Natural 20. Natural
Turn it
20 for that.
You remember seeing it after he was here.
Okay. Well,
I walk outside.
he didn't take it.
Okay.
Okay. Rex, do you just keep sleeping? Sure. I'll go outside with Gray Fox. Stretch. Do
Rex
some
will,
yoga.
Rex will. Oh no, Rex will go ahead and open or wake up and start putting on his armor, since that'll take 15 to half an hour. So
Just
Haley will
immediately
help.
starts putting his armor on.
Yep. Life of a pally.
Right.
plate life.
Hashtag.
Hashtag
yeah,
plate
so-
life.
Rex is putting on his armor.
Haley's
What are
helping.
the two? Okay, so that'll speed it up, 10 minutes or so. So anybody that's going outside, what are you looking for?
I guess,
Differences,
yeah,
wise. as well.
differences, particularly toward the structure.
See if my arrow's still there where I left it, because I never picked it up.
The one that you shot.
Mm-hmm.
It's when you reach the edge of your ability to proceed from the group, you fired it, and narratively we said that it went several hundred feet and then disappeared from your view. You're
Yes, it
unaware
did.
whether you couldn't go far enough to see where it actually had landed, but you couldn't see the fletching sticking from the sand or anything.
Well, it's a good shot of anything. And do you have any colorful fabric?
Do I? Just hand him some. Yeah, no, I do. It was rhetorical. Yes. Yes.
Right, well, we'll see if we get closer. And I shoot another arrow.
Again, as it goes off, and you see it's not a great shot because the aerodynamics of the arrow are kind of compromised by the trailing piece of fabric that you put on it, but you see it track down and it disappears from view again. You may all roll perception checks as it hits the ash to see if you can pinpoint its location.
22.
15.
Okay. You guys can't see it exactly as it goes down. You see no fletching. You see no kind of trailing cloth. It's as if it is not there.
Any chance that your magic that you use to dispel or whatever would reset during our rest?
It shouldn't. It doesn't really have a duration. It just works. So we have this little circle. I mean, I don't want us to split up again. That would be bad. I just want to be over there. I don't want to be here. I want to be over there as a group. Because time obviously still passes, even though we can't really tell.
Yes.
We'll say
And-
that at this point, Rex and everybody else are able to come out and join you, Sister Ernestine. If the yurt is ready to be dispelled, it can be, as no one else is inside, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, it just stands for like the duration of a rest. I think it's like 8 hours.
Okay, so it fades from view.
Yeah.
The yurt, its disco ball, its swings and such.
Aw, man, I
disappear.
really like this background. Okay, back to the valley. Here we go. Okay, free ourselves. Teleporting around didn't work, so not gonna do that. That would probably be a waste of a lot of magical energy. So,
I had a theory
I love theories.
yesterday
Mhm.
while we were looking at that building, and we were thinking, I want to be at that building.
Right,
We got nowhere.
correct.
So what if
Hmm.
we think I want to be nowhere and we walk forward as a group?
Like apathy. I'm good at apathy.
That could
Yes.
work.
Just
I was thinking that.
like I don't even care. I don't even care.
See, you're good at this.
Thank you. I know. I know. Yeah, we could try it. Is there free ourselves? I mean, physically, emotionally, maybe we have to emotionally free ourselves.
They could beam the metaphysical body and kill yourselves.
Oh God.
No.
Shut up, Greg.
Greg's
Shut
nodding.
up, Greg. Nobody asked you.
Rex, come here.
All right, so we just get in a circle.
Okay. Just harakiri.
While they're like debating this, Greyhawk is gonna like stand in a position facing the tower, and he's just gonna close his eyes. He's just gonna kind of like emotionally and like let go of this burden, and like try and just like subconsciously will himself to go there, rather than forcing it.
I tell you what, when you close your eyes, make a perception check for me. And everybody else that is kind of thinking of the problem, you can make me either a perception check, an investigation check if you're looking at one thing in particular, or if you can come up with another check that makes sense, run it by me and I'll see if you can use it.
24, by the way.
Ooh, nice. Can I do Arcana? Because it's magical.
What particularly are you looking for magic-wise? You've done a lot of research already is why I'm asking.
Yeah.
You've
I'll have to think on it then. I don't know. Trying to figure out some interpretation of those words, if anything.
Gray Fox, when you close your eyes and you begin to think of movement, of kind of willing yourself from here to there, the only thing that you can kind of maintain an awareness of is, especially now because you've removed your mask for the first time since entering the Valley of Soot and Skull, you feel that odd breeze that bothers Kaylee so much, blowing from the north, the south, the east, and the west, having no apparent direction, as it seems to be coming from every direction at once. But that's the prevailing kind of feeling and sensation that you get, and when you open your eyes, you are no closer to the structure at the end of the valley.
Wait. I close my eyes again, feeling this breeze. And as I kind of feel it in my fingertips, I kind of let myself go in the direction where I feel it most.
Are you like traveling towards
Yes.
whatever direction you?
Yeah.
Roll a d4 for me.
I swear if I'm just walking around in circles. 1.
You begin heading in a direction towards the structure at the end of the valley. It's the same route that you had taken before, and as he takes a couple steps away, you see him drawing away from the party. 5, 10,
Gray Fox.
15, 20.
Gray Fox. Not again.
Stop!
Follow,
Stop.
follow.
Don't wreck his
No, you gotta come with us.
I just say, shh, follow. I concentrate again.
Okay, well, might as well just follow him, because don't want to lose everyone again.
Yep, gonna follow.
Rex, when you were kind of concentrating on everything, you too felt that ever-present breeze coming from everywhere to what would be the north, the south, the east, and the west. But where it seems, and though you had no conversation with him, you see Gray Fox being tugged in the direction of the tower. You don't feel that. You feel a tug towards the way that you had gone, the way that where you had come from, as if there's a pull or a stronger breeze back the way you'd came.
You muted.
I'll start walking in that direction.
You guys see as Rex pulls away from the group. 5, 10,
Cool.
15, 20.
They're
Sister
close.
Ernestine is looking around.
They're closing their eyes and then they're walking.
I really feel like this is a great way for us to get separated. I feel like we should probably stick together as a group. I'm gonna do this.
Maybe we're supposed to free ourselves of the group, which seems silly. I like you guys.
I like you too.
Aww. Damn it! Wait, no, apathy. I don't really care. Okay, so we're gonna close our eyes, and they haven't been very communicative, so
I've seen that as they're going in two different directions. I'm going to close my eyes and see if I can feel a pull in any one direction.
Giddy, I will allow you to roll perception or investigation as you are looking for something in particular now. You are looking for a similar draw somewhere, so you feel as if you don't feel any of this draw, you feel the breeze, but you don't feel anything that seems to lend itself to selecting a destination in which to travel. Billy and Kaylee, are you doing the same?
Yeah.
Kaylee, I will allow you to. Yeah, I was going to say.
Ernestine's hand.
Nice.
Okay.
I am not letting that lady out of my sight or arm's reach.
Okay.
Close my eyes.
And you said perception?
Or investigation, whichever one you guys want, as you are looking for something in particular now.
I passed. Damn it.
You begin to feel a pull off to the left, Kaylee, as it runs completely, perpendicular to the direction in which Grey Fox is heading, where Rex is heading. It splits it again, almost in the direction where you saw Duke Dundalak the night before, where he was staring.
I am going to start walking that way with Sister Ernestine.
You take a couple steps and you feel Sister Ernestine's hand pull out of yours as she's standing beside Giddy. And she tries to reach, and you see her arms kind of down at the side, and she goes, "My child, I can't." And she struggles again to reach toward you. There seems to be an odd amount of distance for having just dropped her hand. There's 5 to 6 feet between you now.
Wait,
I try to walk back.
This is working. I don't think this is working. Everyone stop. Greyhawk, stop. Rex, stop. You're walking towards things that you were obsessed with not too long ago. You're walking towards the tower that you've been trying to get to. You're walking towards the spot that something happened to you. This isn't freeing ourselves. This is focusing, and now we're being pulled apart.
Grey Fox is just allowing the wind to guide him.
Okay, bye.
Free ourselves.
Bye,
Okay.
Felicia Fox.
Bye, Felicia with the good mane.
I mean, wow. Wow. I mean, Kaylee seems to have the right idea. She's like in tune with this place. She's like, well, she's out. It's discordant, but it's kind of a tune. It's like a dissonant tune.
We're singing in rounds.
Yeah.
It kind of goes together, but not quite.
I mean, all I know is that if we stay here, Ernie's going to.
Yes.
But if we all go in separate directions.
I mean, all going together wasn't working. We were all going in the same direction before.
It just occurs to me.
What's up?
How far away is she?
I would have tried
She's
to walk back too once I realized. Would have started
It
walking.
seems like you're walking, but you're not getting any closer to them.
Okay.
Now we're all stuck again.
It's
So
okay.
here's the thing.
Yeah, what's up, Kaylee?
And I'm shouting, but I'm not actually going to shout to save your ears. So We have been told on multiple occasions that the person, singular, who gets through this will be given powers.
Singular?
Well, it says any person who goes through this will get powers. Perhaps we are all meant to take the journey alone.
That's sad.
If we were meant to take the journey alone, I don't think we would ever bloop. I don't think we would have ever been entrusted with Sister Ernestine.
But nobody knew what was after the dragon. Obviously, a group needed to get past the dragon. None of us could have done that alone. This valley seems to test more than one way, though.
I suppose free ourselves. You did say earlier, Billy, maybe we should free ourselves of the group, or maybe someone in chat said that. I don't remember.
I think it was me. I think it was me.
Someone said.
If someone said something, it was probably me. I talk a lot. Okay, what'd you do? Why'd you decide that way? Communication is key.
I focused on now, here, the physical around me and in me and with me. And I let the rest fade. And this is the direction that the wind told me to go.
The wind told you to go.
I'm a druid. I talk to everything.
No, I wasn't doubting it. It's just good information to have for the whole group.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
so
you have to really, really concentrate on it and feel for it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the wind seems to know which way to go.
Whatever, Rex.
My
You
bad.
Okay. We focus on the wind. Ernie, you got that?
Does Ernie got that?
Yeah, she's just kind of taking this all in, going back and forth, doesn't have anything to offer as she seems extremely confused to the point of appearing feverish.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
We're gonna kill Ernest.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
My
Ernie?
other thought was that we all stay together and let her lead the way. Well, at one point, done.
Dun, dun.
You're welcome.
Never take anything again.
He said that if she dies, then we will be stuck here.
Right. We fail our mission, and then
Yes.
we'll be stuck.
So, if we have to have her to get through, she's the key. Right?
Yeah. that makes
Sure.
sense.
Yeah.
So, we would want to follow the key. However, we've already split up, so let's keep splitting.
I don't think that makes sense. That second part you just said.
Okay, Ernie, can you try to follow the breeze? Hold me in Giddy's hands. Okay, and we're gonna see if it's gonna do the same shit. Because it's probably gonna do the same shit. But you try.
She does so. Do you and Giddy do so as well? And Kaylee, are you going to continue on your course as Grey Fox and Rex get farther and farther away from the group?
Grey Fox and Rex, are you guys still walking?
I had stopped because I actually did this. I was like
Okay.
No. I'd stopped. I was able to like yell back at y'all.
I
Yeah.
kept going.
Okay.
Just letting the wind guide me.
Yep. Okay, so let's try to do this with Annie. And if it separates us, we'll do it individually, and it's going to be okay, Giddy. I mean, it might not be, but it's best if you just keep your chin up. Trust me.
Okay.
Things get bad really quick, so you might as well be optimistic.
Boy,
That
get a D12 of inspiration for that pep talk. Listen,
Feel
everything
worse,
sucks
but
and they're
thank
gonna
you.
die. Right.
Bitch, you don't know me. That was to Greg, not to Giddy.
Okay, as you guys close your eyes, Giddy, you still don't feel any of this pull that they're talking about. This directional draw that seems to be taking Greyhawk and Rex and Kaylee. However, with the combination of your prior roles, Billy, this time when you're kind of told what to look for, you feel it going in the opposite direction of Kaylee. Definitely,
Yep.
that's
Toward
your
the
choice.
yurt. Yep. Okay. I'm going towards the yurt. The only thing I can say, Giddy, is I try to take Ernie with me and I figure it won't work. Ernie, if you can't come with me, do the thing I did. I swear to God. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go. The only thing I can think is that it wasn't doing this before, Giddy. So maybe it's a good thing because it was like doing nothing before and it was just random, walking. So try to take Ernie with me. Assume it doesn't work.
Very similar to what happened to Kaylee. Her hand is just removed from yours. It's not a violent act. It just seems as if they're no longer holding fingers. And when you look back, she's several feet further back than what she seems to be.
Okay, if I make it, I'll come back and get you all.
Is she still within arm's reach of me? Or is she further back? Okay.
Giddy, you have Sister Ernestine with you, yes. She seems...
Yeah.
Okay, so Kaylee, you're walking?
I was actually waiting to see how their listening to the wind was gonna go.
It seems like Billy caught something.
Didn't go great.
Okay.
Caught a whiff.
Billy, she was smelling what was.
Yep. What the valley was laying down.
All right. I'm going to once again concentrate and start walking, even though I really feel like this is a terrible idea.
So as Greyhawk, who is the farthest away from the group, continues towards the structure in the Valley of Soot and Skull, and as Rex, are you continuing to walk, Rex? As you kind of retrace your steps towards what would be the warded wall if it existed, you guys realized that it was no longer there when Billy tested when you came in. But back in that direction towards Pyrkos, the First Flame. And Kaylee, as you move in the direction of Duke Dundalok's gaze, and Billy, as you move opposite of that, past the point of your yurt, towards the opposite direction, Giddy, you watch as they all get farther and farther away. And as you turn and kind of you and Sister Ernestine are alone there in the middle of this pointed X. And as you look, you realize that the entrance to the valley is substantially closer than what it had been when you looked just a moment ago. It's as if you, without moving, have covered a great distance, maybe 5 or 6 miles towards this valley. They are still as far away from you as they had been before. And as you all are continuing on this journey in every direction that you have picked, it's at that moment that simultaneously a large, 8-foot tall winged creature appears in front of each of you, crossing arms over a bloated and distended belly, its reddish flesh pulled tight across its distended abdomen, the wings lazily flapping in this unnatural breeze as it smiles, one tooth pointing up over its top lip. They are a mirror of one another, though you don't realize it, as you are facing one of these creatures, each and every one of you, by yourselves. It will be up to each and every one of you to free yourselves. And we're going to take a break. So we will be back very shortly because we are going to wrap up before we get too far into this. But I want to get a little wet in our whistle to see what we've got here. So we're going to take about a 5 or 10 minute break, kids. We will be back to wrap this one up. And, well, for good or for ill, we'll see what these cats got. I will let you know that when we come back, the very first thing you're going to hear me say is roll initiative. Until then. Hey everybody, we're back. Did you miss us? No, you didn't. Don't lie to me. Lie to me. Tell me you missed us. All right, so we are
They
back,
missed
and
us,
I
Greg.
Yeah, they
I
missed
know
us,
they
not
missed,
you.
I know they missed you guys. Okay, whatever. I will tell you what I told everyone, and now that we're back, the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is roll some initiative for me, please. Ooh, I'm born in 18. Okie dokie, so we got a 23 for Kaylee. Who's up next
Oh,
is
can
Jack-
I?
or Gray Fox. Gray Fox is first.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what? Hold on.
Gray Fox, Kaylee, and then after that,
I got
we've
a
got
9.
ourselves.
I think I can use my peerless.
Oh,
skill
I'm sorry. I
on it.
saw your perception. My bad.
Okay. Yeah, I was like,
Um,
wait. I mean, I'll take the 23. You can give me that. That's fine.
Sure. Billy, you are second in the order. 5, 8, and 9. So then we've got 3. Kaylee,
Um,
8, Kitty, 4, 5. Okay, Gray Fox. I'm sorry, somebody wanted to say something?
yeah, I was just gonna use my peerless skill since I have all my inspiration back and add to my initiative since it's
Go
a
right ahead.
Okay. Ugh. Shit. Okay. Good. So, a 15. Super. Okay.
15.
Done.
Okay. So we have Gray Fox. You're up first. You're staring at this ugly, bulbous-bellied, red-skinned creature as it stands about 8.5, 9 feet tall, smiling at you with a protruding lower tusk that is reaching up over its almost hog-like nose and very thick, semi-split lip as it's looking at you. What would you like to do, Gray Fox?
You're muted.
Does it
So
seem to be
you're-
threatening me?
You're
Does it-
surrendering?
No. Yes. Does it seem to be threatening me? Like, it seems to look like it's going for some kind of attack as I get ready.
It doesn't seem like it's doing anything that much, but it's armed with a huge great axe that it's got not slung or in any type of, it's in the ground beside it, the hilt and the heft of it going up beside it as it's resting one of its arms on it. It can
Okay.
easily swing in the position.
So as I kind of get my bow out and light it up, as I pull back, I'm gonna use my free action to say the short few words, friend or foe. Before I'm gonna wait for it to respond, and if it doesn't respond, then I'm gonna shoot.
Okay, so it's not going to respond right now. Are you going to hold your action to fire?
No, if it doesn't respond in those few seconds, then I'm going to assume it's a foe. I'm going to shoot it.
Okay, yeah, so it doesn't respond.
Yeah, I'm going to sharpshooter.
I will let you know that you are within melee range with this, so it's going to be
Oh, I am?
Yeah, they
Oh, I'm
popped up
sorry.
within melee. Yep.
I would have used my bonus action then to use my key point to move away if I'd known that.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and do that, and you can go ahead and attack as normal. So with
20
a
hit?
20, yes, it does, sir, and 24 piercing damage.
That's 24, and then I'm going to use my grasping fan like I did before. Because it hit. It does 6 damage, and its movement is reduced by 10 feet. And any 1 foot it moves, it takes damage. It has to use its action on its turn to get out of it, a strength check, athletics check. I'm also going to use my takes an extra 4, and then I think that's all I do on my turn. I can't remember. Do so much. I'm going to shoot at it again. I don't have sneak. Did I do Kensai? I didn't do Kensai. Hold on, I do a Kensai shot. And I forgot something. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to shoot again. Sharpshooter. 24, that hits. And then I'm going to it's the ambusher, Kenzo. And then I'm going to action surge.
Sure. 7, 3, 4, 1. You go right ahead. You just tell me when you're done rolling and add it all up for me, because I'm not doing your math.
Yeah, no worries. That one misses. And 11 twice. Nice. So let me add that for you. So 24, 6, and then 4 and 3. It's 34 damage total. Oh, and then 15. Sorry, I've got to add the 15 and 49 damage in total.
49 damage in totality.
Oh, wait, did I add the other cancer? I'm sorry, I just do so much damage, I forget. 56 damage in total.
Yeah, that's what I have. I have 56.
56 in total.
56. Just okay. Is everybody? We got 56. Everybody. Good. We're gonna go with 56.
And since I have my other bonus action, because of my action surge, I'm gonna use my Kensai point to take like the dodge action. So it has like disadvantage if it's going to attack me. That's what I'm
Sure. Sure, absolutely. Yep. Okay, and then we are going to go to actually it's their turn. I will let you know that Gray Fox, you are fighting Ross. Rex, you have Rachel. Kaylee, Monica, Billy, Chandler, and of course Giddy, you have Joey.
Yes.
So
I'm gonna kill Joey. No.
So as they all attack you, we are going to do this in the order of our friends here. And as Gray Fox, you are the first to attack. You get to see that the creature takes your shots. It does damage to it. But then where it was entwined in your grasping vine that you put forward, it's gone. And you see the grasping vine drop to the ground. And right beside you, you see it reappear and bring the axe down over its head toward you. And it is going to attack with attacks. With a nat 20.
23, because that's disadvantage because I'm on dodging.
Correct. So he will do 20 slashing damage to you as the great axe cuts into your side and he brings it down to the ground. And that's all he's going to do, as he is locked in with you again in melee range. So we're going to drop down to Rachel. Rachel is going to attack Rex and do the same.
Is Rachel a fiend?
You're getting definite fiend qualities coming off of Rachel.
Then Rachel hits me at disadvantage.
Okay, so Rachel does not like Rex, nor does she like her very colloquial culture cut that was forced upon her by the producers. And so she attacks with disadvantage with her great axe. Does a 13 hit you?
It does not.
Does an 18 hit you?
It does not.
Okay, so Rachel swings, boom, boom, as the axe drops on either side of Rex the Paladin. And we will go to Kaylee, as Kaylee is facing off against the brunette Monica. Kaylee, you have 2 attacks coming at you. An 11.
Nope.
And a 13.
No.
Oh boy, everybody's getting so super lucky. I'm so happy for you guys. Billy, you are fighting Chandler. He's quirky. He says a lot of things in weird cadence, and he attacks twice. 15?
No.
13.
Nah.
Bitch. Boy, these rolls suck. Okay, and then finally we go to Giddy, who has Joey, and Joey comes forward to see how you're doing and attacks with the 28. There it is.
Well,
And
that hits, in case you're wondering.
I was fairly certain. 23 slashing damage.
Okay.
And the second attack comes in 24 for 11 slashing damage, a total of 34 slashing damage to
Okay.
Hey, how you doing? As Joey swings down, and as we then drop to the next order of our illustrious crew, we are going to go to Billy, who is facing off against Chandler. Everybody's in melee range.
Cool. Great. Love it. Super duper. I miss all my friends. Let's just fuck some shit up, maybe. That seems like a good idea. Great. Well, I kind of like humiliating people though. So, dance, magic dance. Got some Bowie playing. Have fun dancing.
Okay, so you want him to just dance, and what is the saving throw for?
There
said
isn't
just
one
dance?
until his turn, until he uses an action.
So
Yeah. And I'll
Chandler's just fucking getting down, baby. He's
Sounds like him.
yeah.
Right.
And I'll move away. It will, if it tries to attack me, it's going to have disadvantage.
okay. Yes, it will obviously take its attack of opportunity against you. As you attempt to move away, will do so at disadvantage. With 2 nat 20s,
Wow.
And hell.
there are my rolls, everybody. So
There's
that's
my
25 to the bard as the axe comes down as Chandler's dancing, and with just one fluid swipe motion, cuts you just below just above the sternum and just below the throat, as it kind of sneaks above any type of protection you may have.
Cool.
That could have been a lot worse.
Yeah,
It could have
no.
been a shit ton worse, but my damage, just like everything else I roll, is the dog shit. Because roll 20, I tell you what, I have pictures on it and it knows, and it's trying to get back at me during live streams. Anything else you would like to do, Billy?
I don't think I can do that. So, no, I think that sounds good. Feel good. Feeling good.
And as we leave Billy and Chandler, the fiend says, "Could I be dancing any better?" And then we go to Kaylee, who is up against Monica. Kaylee, what would you like to do?
Oh gosh. Okay, so I have a technical question.
Sure.
If I turn into a beast form with multi-attack, and I use multi-attack as my attack action, do I still get to take my second attack to take a multi-attack action?
Well, are you saying that your beast transformation is an action, correct? Or is your beast wild shape a bonus?
Yeah, no. After I've already turned into a beast,
Okay.
if I do multi-attack as a beast, is that my attack action?
Multi-attack, I believe whenever you have beast shape on, the multi-attack is permissible, but the damage is lowered. Isn't that how they buffed it or nerfed it, or what they did with it? They gave you you can't do 2 multi-attacks, if that's what you're asking. Like if you have 2 base actions, you get the qualities of the beast in which you've gone into. So if it has a multi-attack, I'll allow you to do it. But yeah, you can't have like 2 rounds of multi-attacks.
Okay. So I was wondering about that because I have extra attack for being a monk.
Right.
So good to know. Good to know. Okay. So monster is in front of me. I'm actually just going to I'm going to hit it with the blight because that seems like it's the best idea right now.
Sure thing.
So
Is that a con save?
I'm casting it at level 4. Con save, I believe, yes.
Yep, con.
Okie dokie. The creature will roll this at advantage. And it still misses at advantage. So 25 necrotic
great.
damage. Lord almighty. This fucking roll 20, man. I should have killed you guys 18 times over so far. I mean, what? Is this on? I thought I muted myself. No.
I'm okay with this.
Great job, guys. Anything else you would like to do, Kaylee, as you have blighted Monica?
Just double checking. Right? Need that bitch. No, I mean, anyways, no, that's it.
That was a whole journey there, by the way. I mean, I liked her. I mean, well, she was, whatever. Okay.
There were times I didn't like her. There were times I did. I'm going to, as my bonus action, use a key point to dodge.
Okay, so you've got dodge on. I will put that under you as a dodge action.
Because this looks like it'll hurt.
Yeah. If you guys are done with that section, we are going to go over to Giddy and Joey with the Sister Ernestine watching as this creature appears in front of Giddy and the good sister. Giddy, what would you like to do?
All right, I can touch him, right? I'm within melee range.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, I'm going to touch him and I'm going to use Douse the Flames of War. So
Okay.
he has to make a wisdom saving throw of 17.
Oh, boy, I should nail this one out of the park. With his, it is made an advantage, so get ready, everybody. Ka-chow! Wow, a 1 and a 3.
Okay, so he can't attack for a minute. He can't cast any spells or do any type of damage for a whole minute.
Okay. Does he get a saving throw at the end of each of Joey's rounds?
No,
Okay.
he doesn't want to fight.
He doesn't want to fight at all.
He is now a pacifist.
He's a pacifist. He doesn't want to fight at all.
However, if he takes damage or if he sees any of his allies take damage, then the effect ends.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'll roll perception checks for him to see if he would perceive. The DC of the perception check will be your 17. How's that sound? Boy, Greg, that's super duper fucking fair.
That's super nice
thanks.
of you, Greg. Thank you so much.
I
love this
know.
Pokemon.
Listen, I could make the DC 5. I'm never gonna get it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wheel into this shitstorm that is roll 20 right now. So,
Greg.
thanks, brother. So, is there anything else you want to do after you've pacified your attacker?
That is my action, but I'm going to spend a key point to put dodge on hold.
Dodge.
Just in case he comes out of it and he's feeling angry.
Yep. And we will see at the beginning of his round if that happens. Okay, so we're going to jump now to Rex. Rachel, not having a good day trying to fight you. What are you going to do, Rex? You've got a lot of built-up anger in those bones, Rex. I'm sure this is... You're surrendering? Okay. Well, you heard it there first, guys.
No.
Rex is surrendering.
I like Rachel. I really like Rachel. I like Rachel. But yeah, I'm about to smite all up in Rachel's grill. I'll go ahead and make... Where's my... Oh, here it is. I popped it out. I'll make 2 longsword attacks at her.
Sure.
So there's the first one. There's a 24 hit.
You betcha.
All right. So I'll go ahead and pump a smite into that, and I'll pump a 4th level smite into Rachel. So that's an extra 68 That includes the improved divine smite that I do on any melee hit. So that's 5d8 for the divine smite at 4th level, and then another d8 for the so it's a total of 68 on top of the longsword damage.
Sure.
So that's 12, and then I'll just roll 6d8. So that's 35.
35 for the first attack. Nice. As Rachel
And-
takes 35
yeah.
damage.
Feels good, man. Feels smite. All right, and for the second, ooh, does an 11 hit her?
I'm afraid it does not, my friend.
I'm afraid it does not either. Okay, so yeah, that'll be me.
Okay, so with one brilliant swipe of the sword, the creature reels back, its skin splitting open in a spot, and it's laying open. You see heat kind of creep out as the skin is punctured, but it seems more energized than anything else to continue its battle with you. As we jump now to the top of the round, and this is round 2, and we are going to do Gray Fox. What would you like to do as this thing is locked into position with you?
I'm going to spend my key point and disengage.
Okay.
And I'm going to move back my full 40 feet.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot it. I'm going to shoot it. Okay, let's go.
Fire!
24.
That hits.
That's cancer. Oh, 20. Nice. And this time I'm going to do Shadow Arrow. So it has
Sure.
to make a Wisdom save of 11.
Oh, well, why don't you just go ahead and tell me what the effect is?
If it fails...
Oh, it makes it!
Oh,
It makes it! Yeah! Yeah!
You deserve it. You
Greg's
deserve
gonna
it.
run around the block, everybody.
Yeah! Everybody! Yes! Just do it!
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Don't let your dreams be dreams!
I'm sorry, Greg. It was actually 15. I'm joking.
Fuck you.
Totally off topic. I showed that video to my daughter the other day, and she was like, "What the heck happened to this dude?"
Right.
I'm like, no, he's being motivational.
Yeah, so that's that arrow I'm shooting. That
Okay.
was 20 damage, by the way. 24 damage.
Okay, so 20 damage, and
Miss.
there we go. Hey, things are turning around, everybody in chat. This is looking good for us. All right, so are you done, Gray Fox?
Oh, I'm so done.
Okay, so the creature then, as it is not, the creature then is not held or bound in any way. So instead of that strange teleportation, you see it extend its wings as it glides forward into you, and it will attack twice on the Gray Fox with its great axe.
By the
So-
way, that was perfect timing because we just got raided, and the graphic that came up was an axe.
Yes. And welcome in, everybody, as we are here in the Valley of Soot and Skull. The group that you see around you is currently battling some fiendish people, but instead of fiends, we have named them the Friends. So if you recognize some of their names, it is simply to designate who is fighting who, as the party is split 5 ways. You heard it here first. I split the party 5 ways. There are 5 people in the party. Welcome. Have some fun, sit back, drink some ale. Welcome to the Valley of Soot and Skull. Does a 17 hit you, my friend? Yes, it does. You've given up? You surrendered,
Sorry.
everybody.
Yes, it does, yeah.
Okay, so that's 13 slashing damage
I kind of feel bad. I kind of feel like I should give a fuck.
and a 25,
Yeah,
For-
no.
18 slashing damage for a total of 31 slashing damage.
I take it and I just look towards him and I pull out a sandwich and I just eat it.
looks
Bold.
as Ross looks at your sandwich. He's unsure of socially how to handle this situation, so he stands awkwardly, makes a poorly timed joke, and looks in the distance to where Rachel is fighting Rex, and that's basically the entirety of his acceptance of your sandwich eating. Let us go now down to Rex, where the aforementioned Rachel, who just got smited by the paladin, is still fighting within melee attack, but being a fiend, Rex, she has to attack with disadvantage. So we will do so. A 13? Of course not. A 22?
22 does, yeah. 22 does.
Yes. So with 12 slashing damage, the axe comes down, perhaps finding a weakened area from the battle with the Ancient Red hours ago. And with that, you see the creature move around and gaze back longingly at Ross. As we go down to Kaylee now and Monica, as Monica attacks again twice with the great axe on Kaylee. Does a natural 20 hit?
Just barely.
So that's 29 damage, and the second attack is a 24, which is 24 slashing damage. So that is a total of, everybody does the math, 53. Correct? Yes, 53 damage. Dropped on the druid. How is Kaylee doing?
Oh, it's only about half my health. I'm okay.
Okay. So as the creature, bam, bam, both of these huge swipes go through it. The druid reels back as blood sprays everywhere from this large half-moon axe that Monica is wielding. We will now go down to Billy. Billy, remind me, there are no current effects on Chandler other than he is dancing, correct?
Right, he can't move. He has to use his full movement to dance in his space. He has disadvantage on dex saves and attack rolls. If he wants to try and break it, he must use his action.
Okay, so what Chandler will do is, despite really liking dancing at this moment, he will stop doing so and wait until next turn.
So wait, so is he trying to save or is he just dancing?
You said that he has to take his action to break.
Right.
Correct? So
yeah.
Is there a save involved with that? I thought you
meant he has to roll a wisdom save. It just uses his action.
Sure. What's your DC for that?
18.
Let's see. Can we do this? It's advantage, everybody. Is there an 18 with a 0 modifier? Nope. Back to where I was, everyone. So I guess the fucking dancing continues. Awesome. Yeah, welcome in, everybody. This is a hoot for me.
David Bowie's playing.
Well, that's better. That at least makes it that's nice calming on the wounds here. As we're going to go to Giddy, and Giddy, you have pacified Joey, who is in front of you, this large fiend with the red wings and red bloated belt. But we are going to roll a perception check to see, and we will start it with a high DC and bring it down as the battle continues, as it would be more likely that they would see a battle out of their periphery. But with the first perception check, we are looking for a DC of 17. No.
Oh.
So Joey just kind of stands there and puts the axe down and crosses arms over it and just looks at you and enjoys the weirdly directional breeze.
Yeah, I wave.
As we go to Billy. Billy!
Hey. Well, I mean, we could stand here and do this all day. Just keep dancing, but I feel like I'm already over it because he's not that good of a dancer. So we're just gonna disintegrate at 7th level. So it's it's a dex save, which he makes a disadvantage because he's dancing.
Okay, so well, just so you know, he makes all things magic based at advantage. So
Okay.
it'll be a straight roll.
Okay.
What's the DC on it? 17?
18.
I'm loving how we're discussing this, but yeah, here it comes. A net
No.
20.
Greg.
Oh.
That's what I'm talking about, everybody.
Yes, so fun.
Welcome back.
Well, enjoy dancing. Just your moves make you move slightly out of the way. You're going to take half damage. So you take half of 87.
Okay, so that's not as funny as it should have been, but yeah. So with that, you are able to.
Were you trying to be funny?
It's funny for us.
No. Taking a tremendous amount of damage isn't funny. I mean,
Oh.
not for
Well,
me.
tell me about it, Greg. Tell me. I wouldn't have any frame of reference for taking a huge amount of damage. Tell me about it.
You take
What's that like?
What are you
43.
talking about, Brew? What? Okay, so Billy, I'm sorry. Is there anything else that after the disintegrates?
What can I do as a bonus action? I mean, I don't think I can inspire myself. So, gonna just keep moving back 30 more feet.
Okay. So with 30 more feet, Bazak, you are able to give yourself more of a buffer between yourself and Chandler as we go to Kaylee. Kaylee, what would you like to do?
Oh, okay. So the blight, did it seem like it did a lot of damage, or like a good amount of damage, but not like?
I will be
Not-
kind
not-
and say that it did not bloody the creature.
Okay. Seeing as how it didn't do as much damage as Kaylee would have liked it to, she's going to cast Contagion as her action. Once again, choosing Flesh Rot. So I need melee spell attack.
That's
Does
gonna
it-
hit. It does.
Okay. Okay, so the creature in front of me now has flesh rot. So the Kaylee punches out and she slaps the creature with her hand, and at the point of contact, there's just a black handprint of Kaylee's, and it starts to kind of pulse with this black energy and spread slightly. And then as my bonus action, nope, I can't do that, can I? Can't cast Healing Spirit because it's a level 2 spell.
Correct.
But it is a bonus action. That sucks. Okay. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay, so after you slap the creature, marking it with...
Oh, another key point to dodge.
Okay, absolutely. So as you put everything down, you are able to back away, and we're going to jump down to Giddy. Giddy, you're just hanging out with Joey. Is there anything you want to do? You want to slap him around a bit, or?
No, because if I slap him, then it'll break.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Oh, why
So
did I
I'm
suggest
going to use Emissary of Peace, which gives me advantage when I make good faith peace brokering attempts. And since I speak all language, I'm gonna ask Joey what's going on in his life.
Okay, and so in the 6 seconds that this transpires, as you do all this, you ask Joey what's going on in his life, and Joey says, in Infernal, I don't know, I'm just here working. This is part of the you know, it's a gig. It's something I can do, some work I can have, but I'm just supposed to be here to test 2, so.
Okay. Can I ask a follow-up question in my 6 seconds?
You have 1 second to ask it and 1
Do
second
you
for Joey to
like
respond.
doing this, Joey?
No, you're done. And so as we'll go over to Rex. Rex, what do you want to do against Rachel?
Second verse, same as the first. 2 attacks and 2 more smite if I can land them. So longsword, am I on?
You are.
Okay. Longsword. Oh, why didn't it go off?
You're surrendering? Okay, well,
No,
guys,
no,
the
no,
paladin has
no,
laid
no,
down
no.
arms.
I'm
Okay,
trying
what?
to do. I don't know. I guess I gotta close my sheet and reopen it. Hang on.
You're really quick to jump on that surrendering bus.
Well, that's just the go-to move, you know. When somebody doesn't say
Subliminal
anything,
messaging.
it means they're surrendering.
There we go.
Do you want to
All
surrender?
right.
Do you want to surrender?
This is 21 hit.
21 hits, yes, sir.
All right. So yeah, I'll go ahead and pump another 4th level smite into that. So that's this damage plus an additional 68 with improved divine smite. So 12. Plus 31, so what is that? 43?
3. Yep.
All right, and for the second, 14. So the second one misses.
Second one misses, as again you deal a very grievous wound to this creature, splitting this infernal skin, releasing the steam and heat from it, as Rachel is none too happy with you, as you're tough to hit and seem to really pack a punch when it comes to her particular ilk. And that takes us back up to the top of round 3. And let's go through one more, as I want to see exactly how this plays out before we leave for our break. So, Grey Fox, what have you got for me?
I'm gonna take a potion as my bonus action. Just like chug it down.
Okay, take a shot.
Actually, not a potion. Sorry, my second wind. And I'm going to second wind myself. My bonus action. Get
Don't tell
12
people
back.
you do that.
I mean, it's a thing. Don't judge. And then I'm going to just like, as it's close up to me, I'm going to like put my actually no, I'm not. I'm just going to move away. I'm just going to move away, take the attack, and then shoot it again. Actually, no, I can't use that. Yeah, I move away.
Okay, so the attack comes in from the Great Axe for 26 to hit.
That hits.
For only 9 slashing. Wow, what
Wow,
a
nice.
awful and roll.
What's that? You give up?
But yeah, I surrender. Ross gives up.
And
I can't take it.
he'll take it. And then I'm going to try and sharpshooter again. 21.
Yep.
I'm gonna use the bursting arrow. So as he uses action, so it takes 6 damage. That's 26, and then like Kensai. Okay, cool. So that is
29 total?
Let's go. Yeah.
Okay, 29 to go. Nice. You have anything else for me? 7341.
No, sir. That is it.
Okay,
Slowly
it-
run out my job.
It is their turns. We will start with Grey Fox. Again, the teleportation happens and the creature appears beside you as it takes a Great Axe shot. Does a 17 hit?
It's my actual AC.
For 15 slashing as it brings the axe down again on top of you. Let's go over to Rex. Rachel is going to take 2 swings at you at disadvantage with the Great Axe. 15 hit? No. Does a 27 hit? Sure does. 18 slashing as Rachel finds purchase with the second slash of the Half Moon Axe. She is definitely taking the worst of the wear from the two of you as you have sliced her open, but she is starting to give back a little bit. As we go to Kaylee, 2 more attacks are coming into you from Monica. The first one is let's see. You have your dodge up, so what does that do for your AC?
It gives me a +2, I believe. Let me just double check that.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is too. Does a 19 hit your new AC?
It matches my AC.
So that's a hit.
Yeah.
For 21 slashing as the axe tears through again, and with another hit. No, 12. I don't believe that'll hit you. So the second
I'm
attack.
very happy for this.
The second attack goes wide as we go to Billy, and Billy's Chandler is continuing to dance and get disintegrated from distance. So we're going to try to do another, what is it? Ridiculous. Wisdom say. Ridiculous. Okay, no, we'll just go past it. The dancing continues as we go to Giddy and Joey.
Does he want to
We're
use
gonna
his action to say anything to me?
He's going to do a perception check, and we'll see. We're going to drop the AC by 3 to 14. Joey goes, well, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. And he grabs his axe and he comes down and attacks twice as he realizes what's going on.
No, Joey.
Does a 15 hit you?
Yeah, it meets.
23 slashing and a 17 for 23 slashing for a total of 46 as Joey, the disgruntled actor, decides that this part has a little more meat to it than what he originally thought and carves some out of Giddy.
I'm hurting.
Disgruntled Axter.
Disgruntled Axter, right. There
I'm
we
sorry,
go.
guys.
No, it works. It's perfect. Let's go to Billy. Billy, what have you got? You've got a dancing machine here.
You know, I just want to be with my people again. I miss you guys. I know we haven't known each other for very long. I know you can't hear me, but I hate being here. So fuck it. Disintegrate at 8th level. Just get wrecked and leave me alone.
I'm gonna roll this dex check because why not? There we go. There's your 3.
Okay,
As Chandler dances into oblivion, catching some funky groove all the way to.
Get wrecked.
You just see as it turns to ash and everything drops to the ground. There's no funny quip as Chandler ceases to exist. There's a scream of rage. Yes?
Monica needs to make a con save.
Oh,
Forgot about that.
let me. Well, that's a nat 1.
She fails, so that's one fail.
Yeah, can you believe it, everybody? Okay, so
I'll uncork one of my healing potions and just like shake my head.
as Chandler disintegrates, Giddy, you'll notice that Joey looks over and sees that and screams in rage, no! As Chandler burns up and disappears. As we go to Kaylee, as you are up.
Okay. Bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Spirit over myself. To give you an idea what that does. And it won't work on this turn, but next turn.
There you
next
go.
Turn, hopefully.
This is
If I
your
can keep
planning.
that.
This is future planning here. This is like retirement stuff. You
Yeah.
got your IRA and your 401k working in conjunction.
And then because I'm not feeling very good about this, I'm going to take a Greater Healing Potion.
Okay.
And that'll be my action if I need to.
Yep.
And that'll be it.
Okay. So roll them healing points as you're taking one of your graders. So
Yeah.
it's 44 plus 4. Then we're going to jump down to Giddy, Joey. He's not your friend anymore.
I am going to use if I take my greater healing potion, is that a bonus action?
Yes, you can use it as a bonus action.
I'm going to do that because I'm not feeling super great. And I'm going to risk it for the biscuit, and I'm going to keep going forward with the Emissary of Peace. So even though he's still non-violent, I can broker a treaty with him. And I'm going to say, Joey, tell me what you need so we can both walk away from this happy.
Okay, well, Joey just witnessed the death of his best friend.
Joey, look at me. Joey, look at me. Don't look over there. Look at me, Joey.
I can't think about it. I can't think about him. I'm so full of rage. You can roll a perception. You can roll a persuasion check at advantage, but the DC is astronomical. It's
Okay.
We're looking at a 25 DC for the enraged.
This is persuasion, right? Okay.
Persuasion, yes. You get advantage on it anyway because of the brokered treaty stuff that you're doing, so you can roll it at advantage, but...
Did Joe just realize he's nothing about Chandler?
Right. I'm not listening to you!
Oh, Joey, no.
I'm gonna cut your arms off! Jesus,
Okay.
Joey.
So I'm going to spend a key point to put dodge on hold because I feel like I
Look at the
need.
flowers, Joey, right. The sun's going down, Joey.
And I'll roll my healing.
Okie dokie. Go ahead and roll that.
It was worth a shot.
It was. As we go to Rex, Rachel. Rachel is given, not as good as she's taken, but what would you like to do here? I'm assuming it's just going to be more of the blow trading.
Oh yeah, she's getting all the smites that I couldn't give it to the damn dragon. So yeah, first attack. Why did it click that twice? This is a 17 hit.
A 17 does not hit.
Okay, so this will be the second attack.
Does not hit.
Neither one of those hits. All right, that's me.
As Rachel flips the perfect, very time period specific haircut that she's wearing and laughs in your general direction. It's the laugh of somebody that was haughty in high school but laid low as a coffee waitress after. I don't know where I'm going with this. Okay, so we're going to go up to the top of round 3, and kids, that's where we're going to call this episode of the Valley of Soot and Skull. Keep all your character sheets and everything up to date, as when we come back in 2 weeks after our Gen Con break chat, we will see if the friends prevail against the company of the hand, or whether or not the hand will be able to prevail against the remaining friends. And always remember, as chat mentioned when we first started this, where's Phoebe? Because that's a question everyone needs to ask, and I guarantee you
I don't like
I
that.
will give you an answer.
I don't like that.
But until then, let's go around and talk to everybody, see how everyone's doing this fine evening, and we're going to put it to bed. So let's go around in reverse order. Brew, how are you doing, my friend? And how was the day?
Well, I was fine until you threw out the Phoebe thing, which is terrifying. But no, good game. I'll miss not being here next Saturday. Have fun, everyone who's going to Gen Con. But had a blast. Finally got to smite some things again. Felt good. Felt real good, man. And Greg, thank you for having me on board. And you're so much fun to play with, and so is everybody else. And you can find me on Twitter at BrewhammerDND.
Nice. Brew, a pleasure as always, my friend. Thank you for getting all the jokes that go back into the last millennium. It is nice to be able to throw those out and know that someone's there for me. As we jump ahead for the guy that's always there for you, mask or no mask, he's going to fight from 120 out at least if he can, unless something can teleport, which is great. Pro, how are you doing today, buddy?
Good. Loving the Friends reference. I was big into Friends when it came out, so loving this. And not with my favorite character, so I will forgive you for that though. But yeah, I am pro restarter. I love playing with everyone. You can catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. You can catch me tomorrow at 6 p.m. BST on Laura Linia's channel, where I run the Shadow Demon Lord campaign, and back here on Monday at 1 a.m. BST playing Violent Villainous. I play Matthias. And all the crazy stuff I do as well on the weekend. And speaking of being put to bed, but super love it. Thank you for having me.
Awesome, brother. Thank all of our EU people, Heavenly included, for being here for late into the night, early into the morning. And speaking of, Lauren, how are you doing? And how was tonight?
Doing good. Billy's great. Slayer of Dragons, and now of Chandler's. So it's all working out. Everything's coming up roses. Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm Not Salted Ginger over on Twitter, playing games around the internet. You can see me tomorrow night with Greg on Project Athena, a Pulp Cthulhu campaign. It's our mid-season finale. I'm not worried. That's at 7 p.m. Eastern on Grimjack 21502. And then on Monday, I'll be over on Encounter Roleplay playing some D&D 5e at 1 p.m. Eastern, and then hitting the trail for Gen Con. So if you're there, please say hi. Just say hi to everyone.
Nice. Awesome. And to continue the nice and awesome, let's go over to Aris. Aris, how are you doing? How was your evening? I loved everything that Kaylee did tonight. She had a pep talk. She talked to Duke Dundalak, and she's getting her ass kicked a bit by Monica. But you're giving as good as you're getting. We're gonna see how it goes, though. You've got to be
She
low.
is totally getting her ass kicked. I was at like 4 health. Or no, not that low. I was pretty low though. Hold on, let's see. After healing, I have 28 hit points, which is like a hit and a half maybe. But Kaylee's not doing too bad. It's been a good day. I'm gonna roll up a second character just in case. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. My pep talk was fun, and getting to talk with Dun was also fun as well. I am Eris Savad. You can find me hanging out, playing a lot of D&D. I also mess around with hula hoops sometimes, most days. And I make stuff. I make a lot of stuff, so you can check that all out. Twitter.com/Eris Savad. And yeah.
Fantastic. Great. Go for the nice person, stay for the hooping, as I always say. As we go over to somebody that you go to for the hooping and stay because she's a nice person. Heavenly, how are you today, this morning for you?
Oh,
Thank you for being here.
that was such a great session. I am like, I didn't know that we weren't meeting next week, and so now I'm really bummed because we always end on a cliffhanger though, so I suppose I should be getting used to it. Thank you so much for having me. You can find me on Twitter at @tiz_aliens. Also, I run a podcast with another Greyhawk channel member, Campestro. We do Monster Crushing @Monster Crushing, where we talk about monsters and how much we love them and kissing them and dating them.
I need to play this game, by the way.
Yes, it's a fun game. It's like the most intense fuck, marry, kill ever.
Perfect.
We're just
Greyhawk After Dark, everybody.
like with Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster and crap like that, or what?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Where the chances of them killing you are probably more prominent.
I love that we almost made it. We got through the yurt, the sex shirt, we got through all that shit until the very end.
No,
when
I'm the
Heavenly's
innocent
like,
one.
Yeah,
Always
right.
rely on Heavenly.
The last person we go to. All right. Fuck it. Great. All right. Heavenly, thanks for being here. Everybody, follow all these lovely people. They are lovely people. I'm Grimjack21502 on the Twitches and the Twitters. Next week we will be off because of Gen Con. If you would like to catch more of the cut of my jib and the cut of all these other people's jibs, please follow them. Tomorrow night, as Lauren mentioned, is the mid-season finale of my longest running show, Project Athena. It is a Pulp Cthulhu-driven Chaosium construct, and it's a fun one. On Monday, you will see me for Atomic Cthulhu over on Encounter Roleplay, where we have Elvis, and Lauren was on there last week. We're doing Blue Hawaii in Cthulhu. It's And then Tuesday night, you'll see me on WebDM when we do a little Starward Bound, which is Spelljammer. Then I'm off for a while. Follow me on Twitter whenever I'm back. If you're going to Gen Con, I've said this on all my streams. If you see an old guy standing in the middle of a wash of people and he seems scared and he's crying and he looks like this, I would take it as a great personal favor if you found the nearest source of alcohol, grabbed it, and bring it to me. And much like a healing potion, either lure me out of the area that I'm in and suffering from social anxiety, or administer the healing potion so I may wander out myself. But until then, everybody, you're watching the Greyhawk channel. You're welcome, Shane. And make sure to follow all of our sponsors as you go to Tabletop Loot and get your 15% off with the Greyhawk coupon code. You can go over to Devin Rue, go to Rue Inc. Friends of the Greyhawk channel are always friends of hers. And then make sure, if you are a Patreon supporter or you are a Twitch subscriber, that you go smell your candle, everybody. Oh my God, it smells like friends. Anywho, we'll see you in 2 weeks, guys. Later.
So about that glory
Bye.
hole.